Hello everybody, my name is Irio, and welcome back to another video on the Let's Play world. This is episode I do not know, and out of I do not know. So, well, I mean, this is the start of a video, and well, in the last video, just to recap, what I've done is over here, I made or actually, I went over to a pale garden, then made my own pale garden in these older chunks, and also did something over here where I just basically can get lots of resin. So yeah, so we have that all going on here. So I mean, yeah, so that's something. So there's something I've been wanting to do for a real long time, and it's probably been a plan for over a year now. But over here is this big desert sort of peninsula that I would say island, but it's a peninsula because it connects to other pieces of land. I bet it's an island that if it was in the original terrain, but it's whatever. So I actually did this getting close to almost a month ago from when recording this clip. This was during Stream Miss, but I collected a lot. I mean, a lot of wood. And I still probably need to collect even more. But the goal is to make this island into crafting tables. And then maybe potentially after that, I could build something else. But we'll see. So, actually, what I'm going to be doing now is first sleep, but then second, go back over into this area where I mined lots of trees. You could see the amount of trees I've mined so far. This used to be completely full of trees, but here is exactly where I've just been getting rid of all the trees. So, the next, I guess this time lapse here is me about to get rid of all these trees, and I'll see you guys after this. So this a lot, what I mean by a lot is, like, if you look here, basically almost all the trees have been removed, going all the way up to here, this entire island here, except for the very tall ones that I can't really get too well. And I started actually to mine all the way to or get rid of the trees all the way to the water here. So, so far, I'm not sure if this is going to be enough, but I did get rid of just a huge amount of trees, which personally I really like. So, yeah, what I think, at least for now, I'm about ready to start the initial building portions of this crafting table island, and yeah. So, without further ado, this was a very quick segment, but it's pretty fun to see how this thing is going to evolve. So, I'll see you guys after this time lapse. So I got this entire crazy crafting table peninsula, maybe not, there are tinier islands here and there. It's a tiny one over there. But got this entire thing done. Let's see, I'll just load shaders real quick. Let's see what this looks like in shaders once it loads. Yeah, there we go. All right, wow. That is just crazy, just looks wise. I mean, yeah, it just looks crazy on how many crafting tables there are. But also, one thing I like about this is that now I know that I don't have to place a crafting table anywhere here, because yeah, it's just now it's just funny that I always have to create a new crafting table because I can't really well, find one quick enough. So having an entire dedicated area of just crafting tables is just crazy to see. But yeah, real quick, let me sleep. So yeah, so you might be able to see a little bit of a like it kind of encompass this area particularly. You could see that is it actually 16 by 16? I should have measured this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16. It is a 6. So it's going to be a 16 by 16 crafting table that I'm going to make right here. So the deal is that I'm going, well, I just said it. I'm going to make a huge crafting table just in the middle of this. That's not just, you know, the crafting table's 16 by 16 by 16. It's going to be like a custom structure that looks like a crafting table. So wood, lots of wood. So definitely lots of oak, probably acacia on top, probably some concrete on the sides, and so on, you know. And yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be building a huge crafting table right here. And I think this should finish up this entire peninsula, at least for a while. Maybe at some point in the future I want to build a path out this direction, but that's in the future. But overall right now, I think this is what I want to do. Just going to have to gather a couple little extra resources, but other than that, should be starting the time lapse right about now. There we go. We now have this very interesting bigger crafting table building on the crafting table peninsula, which I think goes pretty well. I could actually I could fly straight in. I know I can. Now it's just sometimes it's kind of funky a little bit to fly in. It just depends on the momentum that you have. But yeah, so well, I mean, I flew in, so this is the top floor of the the bottom and the top floor system. So there's a bed here. I decided to add interior, and it gives a bit better context. So added interior, added like this nice armor stand thing and a lectern here, and then also kind of another kind of like photography table and stone, or I forgot what it's called, grindstone, but have like a lot of the workbenches here, and then over here it's just kind of general unused shelving. Actually, I did not use the chiseled bookshelves, which I should have, but I might do it at some point soon. But I should have used the chiseled bookshelves, but it adds a bit of a different color compared to this. So yeah, and then here is a railing, and for some reason I decided to put ladders here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then there's the railing down, and this is the bottom floor. So this is actually the main event. So you walk in through here, and then on right here is kind of like a little, I don't know what to call it, but kind of a little bit of a garden, a bell, and then kind of just a general hangout area right here. And then you walk around the wall, and then you see the kitchen, which this is the smoker, and then there's a bit extra brewing and some just little extra things, along with some extra storage. And actually, this is my first, I believe, the first time using decorated pots for these. So this is probably the best way to use decorated pots right here, I think. But also this one with the flowering azalea and a flower pot in on top of a decorated pot. But everything else, I mean, still goes pretty well. Now, I do believe that I might want to just make it regular pots there and keep these two as is. So yeah, and then there's the fireplace and smelting, and then there's just some logs here, so you can put more fire on the logs. And then right here is some just spare storage, probably where some more logs would be potentially. And also on this side, there's just some ores and kind of the general mining rocks that we have. So yeah. And then up here, you go up the scaffolding, and then here's the proper storage where everything is. And then there's this chandelier that kind of hangs over a little bit of this right here, but it's not too big of a deal there. It's just a small chandelier, so yeah. And yeah, I'm pretty proud about this little build here. Let's go on the well, actually, first thing I want to do is go probably here where I came in through, and then fly out on top. And of course there's a 3x3 crafting grid like everything else on all. I don't know what that green bar was about there, but yeah, it's just the top texture of the crafting grid. I had to add torches here because actually mobs would spawn right here in the center, so just to prevent any extra prevent any conflicts with if you were to sleep in here. So, and then on the outside there's two textures. There's this one right here with the shears or the scissors or however you call it, and then you could see you know, the little original oak, I think, what it's supposed to look like. And yeah, and then on this side, this is a saw and a hammer, and I think these are pretty good because actually the white of the diorite and the andesite really work with the texture pretty well, because I mean, I have lots of iron, but I wanted to use a different texture here. So yeah, overall, it's a real nice little thing to kind of add as like a proper landmark, because I couldn't have just had a, you know, crafting table peninsula except for this right here for some reason, you know, with all the heads, which I don't know why, but the rendering isn't doing the best at the moment, so I need to fix that at some point. But yeah, in addition to that, I did off camera light up this entire peninsula, including that island right there, which I'm somewhat thinking of turning into crafting tables as well, because if you look in FreeCam, you can see it's kind of like one of the associated islands that go with it, unlike that one where it's associated with that piece of land, you know. So yeah. And but before I did this, I did not light up all like this stuff underneath, so it's now it's all lit up and no mob spawn. So this entire island is a safe, or I like to say island, but it's just a peninsula. Now there are smaller islands here and there, but I mean, it's a peninsula, or unless if it could have been because it's, you know, connected to that, and I could very well terraform this entire thing down and like make it go smooth. But I like the chunk border, and potentially it is kind of ugly, but it adds some uniqueness to the build or the area of the world. So yeah, I mean, overall, I think I did pretty well with this. So this is basically all I had planned for the video, because I mean, I generally don't want to take on too many tasks at once, because well, that's just not reasonable sometimes. And also I'm just looking everywhere else, and I'm like, well, right now I'm pretty happy on how things are, and everything just needs to generally be as is right now. Let it set in a little bit, see if what next project I need to do, you know. So yeah, I hope you guys like this video. If you guys didn't, hit a dislike, but if you guys did, hit the like button, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video on my Let's Play or the Fractured server. I was about to say Yui for some reason. My god. It's been a while since that's been around, so yeah, I'll see you guys later. Bye.